So what you're getting in this course exactly are some habits that you can start integrating into your lifestyle now so that you can start losing weight seamlessly and effortlessly. I would recommend taking at least a week and even up to a month to take one of these habits to get down completely. And you'll notice that even by taking one of these habits into your lifestyle, that you'll start losing pounds and inches that way. It's so simple. It's going to be so great. So even if you have one habit per month and you work up to 12 habits in the entire year, you'll be impressed and blown away by how much weight you're going to be able to lose on this program. One thing that we're facing today across the globe are obesity epidemics in a lot of different countries. And one way that you and I can help fight that is that if you enjoyed this course and if you're getting a lot out of it right now and you're losing weight, please leave this course a 5-star review. That will help me continue to reach other people around the globe in the United States, Mexico, India, the EU, the UK, all over the planet so that we can help end this obesity pandemic that's been spanning and growing for the last 20, 30, 40 plus years. So if you could leave this course a positive review, that would help me so much to continue to reach other people in other countries. And as always, please send me a message or leave a post in the discussion section anytime if you have any questions or need anything at all. I'd be more than happy to add new content and new lectures to answer those questions for you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture.
Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the 10-day Real Food Challenge. If you feel like you've gotten off track with your eating plan or eating habits at any point this year, and you've gone back into eating those foods that you've been craving, the sugary stuff, the carbs, whatever it may be that's your vice in food, this will be the perfect thing to get you back on track. It's called the 10-day Real Food Challenge. This is not a diet. I consider this a lifestyle eating plan. I just want you to do it for 10 days to see how your body feels and functions and looks after the 10 days are over. It's really plain and simple. The things that we're going to be avoiding are sugary foods, wheat or gluten, dairy, so we're going to cut that out of our diet, and also alcohol. I know this one's going to be tough for a lot of you out there. You're thinking, yikes, but it's okay. Just try 10 days without it. You're going to feel wonderful. The things that we will be focusing on eating, which this is where I want you to keep your focus. Don't focus on the things that you're not going to be consuming. Focus on the things that you are going to be consuming. Green vegetables and pretty much any other vegetables. We've got lean meats and proteins, which include eggs and egg whites in there. We've got nuts and seeds, and we've got fruits. The entire list you can download if you click the sign up link attached to this video. I'll send you immediately the food guide for this 10-day food challenge. And along with this, I'll be sending you recipes and other fun facts about what this kind of diet will do for you. Or sorry, I keep saying diet, eating plan will do for you and how you're gonna feel during it. Anyways, welcome to the 10-day Real Food Challenge, and I can't wait to hear how you feel and look afterwards. See you soon.
One of the most important habits that I can tell you so that you can lose weight effectively is that you need to start prioritizing sleep. One of the biggest things that I know about my students and clients are that when their lives get busy, the first thing they forego is also the first thing they need, and that's sleep. So whatever you need to do to get yourself in bed early, whether you need to set alarms for yourself on your phone to remind you to get into bed, or if you have an evening ritual that reminds you, okay, this is what I'm doing to wind down so that I can shut my brain down and go to bed early, make that a priority in your life. And you know yourself best. Identify how much sleep you need to function at an optimum level for work, family, home, whatever challenges you may be facing the next day, and focus on getting that amount of sleep every night for yourself. One thing that sleep does for your body is it balances out your hormones. We have these hormones in our body called ghrelin and leptin, and ghrelin regulates how hungry we are and the feeling of hunger, and leptin governs our satiety, so it'll tell us when we're full and how full we are. Now, when we don't get enough sleep, those hormones can't function. So we'll be overly hungry and then we won't know when we're full, and we tend to overeat that way. So that's horrible for weight loss. So prioritize sleep that way so that you can balance out your hormones. Also, get into bed a little earlier, because when you get into bed early, you'll prevent yourself from night grazing. That's something that I found that a lot of my clients over the years fall into the habit of after they get off of work. They won't eat breakfast. They might graze a little bit at lunch, and then they'll get home and they'll eat for hours before they go to bed and consume thousands of calories, at least hundreds, that they don't need, which is why they will have trouble losing weight and keeping it off for good. So prioritize sleep in your life. That's going to help you balance your hormones. It's going to keep you away from night grazing. It's going to make you feel a lot better and make a lot better decisions during your day too, especially when it comes to eating healthy. One thing that I know for a fact is 90% of us or more don't drink enough water during the day. We commonly confuse hunger for thirst and thirst for hunger. There's similar feelings in our stomach, so a lot of people will tend to overeat when they're actually underhydrated. A good way to make sure that this doesn't happen is to drink at least 80 ounces of water a day and work up to drinking a gallon of water. That might sound excessive, but because the majority of your body is already made up of water, we need that to survive and to be able to function and exist properly. One thing also I would recommend, if before a meal you feel like you're starving or you're really hungry, have at least a 20-ounce glass of water 20 or 30 minutes before that meal. That'll make sure that you're full and you're satisfied, and you can address whether you were either thirsty or hungry before going into the meal. So make sure that you're hydrated. I would recommend carrying around a bottle of water with you all times, or if you have a regular glass or mug that you take with you everywhere that you can keep filling up at a water fountain or hydration station or faucet or wherever it may be. Make sure you stay hydrated and drink plenty of water. I know a lot of you out there probably aren't breakfast eaters, and I want to encourage you to become breakfast eaters. Even if you can't eat or have trouble eating solid food in the mornings, I would recommend buying a simple whey protein supplement so that you can be satisfied at breakfast and carry that with you into your work day, your day at home, or whatever challenges you may be facing that day. I want you to make a personal goal for yourself of having 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking. In tests, this has been shown to help people lower their body fat significantly and drop body weight. People who didn't make any other changes in their diet other than eating a protein-rich breakfast, some of them had lost 10 to 20 pounds in the first month that they had made these changes. So make sure that you eat a rich in protein breakfast so that you can help yourself make it through the day satisfied. And if you're not going to eat until lunch, or if you're not going to eat until dinner, this will also help start your metabolism for the day and will also lead to making better eating decisions later in the day as well. So find something that works for you for breakfast and stick to it. One way that people tack on a ton of sugar and calories in their diets is by drinking their calories. I have had friends and clients before who tell me they drink a 6-pack can of sodas every day. That's upwards of 300 plus grams of sugar just on its own, not counting the calories, which is about 1,000 plus, I think, for a 12 or 16 ounce can of soda. So if you can cut those out of your diet or even trim back a little bit, that would be fantastic. I don't typically recommend that my students and clients drink diet sodas or light options. I try to completely get them away from that. But if you need a transition period or a transition drink, go ahead and drink light sodas, diet sodas. If you're on energy drinks, if you can drink the no-calorie options or the lower sugar options of those, that would be great too. If you use cream and sugar in your coffee, see if you can use natural methods to use cream and use sugar in there. I would recommend going unsweetened almond milk or unsweetened coconut milk for those. Even go sweetened, that's fine because there's a lot less preservatives and junk in there that's going to mess up your system by using those alternatives. And use real sugar if you're having to use sugar in your coffee. If you can slowly move away from that too, throw in some cinnamon. Cinnamon's a great sweetener and it's really good for you. Just a third of a teaspoon even can completely change that cup of coffee. So make sure that you're not drinking your calories. Switch to those diet options, switch to those low calorie or light options, and that will greatly help you lose weight. Now, if you're trying to take on exercise as a part of your new lifestyle so that you can lose weight, if you can find just 10 to 20 minutes a day, 3 to 5 days a week, for some kind of activity that you enjoy and exercise. That will greatly help you lose weight, and it'll make you feel better during the day. So what kind of activity can you do for yourself that'll make you feel a lot better and help you lose weight? And the options are limitless here. If you just want to take a walk, a jog, a run, if you enjoy dancing, boxing, soccer, tennis, basketball, anything that you can possibly imagine, whether it's a cardiovascular activity or a strength training activity. If you want to work on building muscle and muscle growth, maybe just do some push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, squats. If you want to incorporate a quick body weight circuit, kettlebell training, the options are limitless here. The one thing I want to encourage you of is that it's an activity that you enjoy. Because what I've found over the years is people who say, well, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to lift weights, I'm going to do cardio, and they don't enjoy that. They'll get burnt out, they'll drop off the map with their goals, and then they'll end up gaining weight. So if you find an activity that you enjoy, especially in community with others, or even if you just have one friend that participates in that activity with you, so you have that built-in accountability and enjoyment there, that would be wonderful. So find an activity that works for you and stay active. Like I said, it only requires 10 to 20 minutes a day, 3 to 5 times a week to see serious weight loss. Now, this sounds kind of funny, but this is a huge recommendation that I've heard from a lot of doctors and other health professionals say. Just by walking a little more in your day, you'll find out that you can build muscle and lose weight. So I would say take the stairs at work or through the mall or wherever that you may be walking, take the stairs up and down, forget the escalator, forget the elevator, and also park towards the back of the parking lot. You can do 2 things this way. Make sure that your car is a little bit safer so that you avoid door dings, especially if you live in big cities. And then you'll add a lot more steps into your daily routine by parking towards the back of a parking lot. So whether you're going to the grocery store or work, or out for a leisure activity, to a restaurant. If you're going to a park to walk, you can even start a longer walk that way. So make sure that you add more steps to your day and stairs to your day by parking a little bit further away, maybe even using your car less and using walking as a tool to lose weight. Okay, so one awesome technique that I've given to my clients in the past for people who want to lose weight at an accelerated rate is to make 2 meals of your day a massive salad. And because salads are such nutrient-dense, low-calorie meals, you can pack on a ton of food and make it weigh 2 or 3 pounds. And when you eat that salad, your body's going to basically use more calories to burn that up than you're actually going to be taking on from that salad. So that's an excellent way to lose weight. Have your normal breakfast of whatever you typically have, and then fix a huge salad for lunch and a huge salad for dinner and see how the weight comes off you after that. And the possibilities are endless when it comes to salad. If you want to throw chicken, beef, pork, fish on there, if you like nuts and seeds on your salad, if you like throwing some fruit on there, make sure that you're careful of the heavy dairy dressings. You might want to go for some of the lighter ones, or what I usually recommend to people so you can keep it natural for your body to digest. Use either olive oil or extra virgin coconut oil, and use that with a little bit of balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, raspberry, apple cider, whatever your preference is as far as flavor-wise on that goes. So eat 2 massive salads a day, eat your normal breakfast, and watch the weight come right off of you. So one thing that I have to tell you up front is that if you're not already cooking, and if you don't already enjoy cooking, and you're not making time to do that, don't fool yourself into thinking that you're going to start cooking more often. I would say avoid cooking as much as possible and keep your meals really simple in nature. You know what you like, you know what your palate likes the best. So find anywhere between a half a dozen and a dozen meals that you really like and cycle those throughout your week. Now, to stop cooking so much, I recommend buying a crock pot or a slow cooker. They're so easy to use. You can cook tons of food at one time. Mine personally holds 7 or 8 pounds of meat. I've actually got a pork roast on right now that is 7.5 pounds. And just throw in your favorite seasonings or a jar of salsa if you like Mexican food. That makes it taste fabulous. And basically let it sit for 8 to 10 hours until it cooks through. You can shred it up, put it in a Tupperware, and there you've got meals for the entire week. And you can change up your vegetables. Those are really quick and easy to cook depending on what you're doing. So I would say eliminate cooking from your life as much as possible. You can still make your food taste incredible without spending so much time in the kitchen. So you can focus on the things that are more important in your life, whether it's your friends, your family, your hobbies, whatever it may be. So stop cooking so much, and that will definitely help you lose weight. One of the best tools that I can give you is to counteract your sweet tooth. I'm well aware that having a sweet tooth is one of the most detrimental things that you can have that will keep you from losing weight. So what do we want to do to substitute that sweet tooth? What do we want to do to counterbalance that? We just want to bring some more fruit into the picture. The more whole foods, the more real food that you can be eating on this diet, the more productive and efficiently you'll be able to lose weight. So when you feel like you're having a sweet tooth, grab one of your favorite pieces of fruit, whether it be apples, oranges, bananas, peaches, pears, nectarines. Pick your favorite, or even have a couple of fruits if that helps you out. And that natural sugar in the fruits, which is mostly fructose, will help subside that sweet tooth. And what I'll even do also, if I'm doing apples or bananas, I like to have a tablespoon or two of peanut butter so I can have a little bit of something salty to go with that. Just make sure you don't get carried away. I'd say avoid, if you're going to do the peanut butter trick, I guess as I could call it, not to leave the jar of peanut butter open while you're snacking on a piece of fruit, because you can easily go through 4 or 5 tablespoons of peanut butter. And peanut butter is great for you, but it's also very calorie dense. So when you feel your sweet tooth creeping up on you, and I assume that most of yours are going to be at night for my night grazers out there, make sure that you have your pantry or your refrigerator stocked with fruit, and just grab a piece of fruit anytime that you have a sweet craving. One of the other more fun recommendations that I can make for you that will also keep you away from boredom eating and mindless snacking is to play more. And I know that sounds really funny on its face, but playing is something that we don't do enough, especially after we get out of high school, get out of college, get into a job. If you're in your 40s and your 50s, you should still be playing. You should be outdoors enjoying yourself in some way, or even if you're indoors enjoying something. And that could be playing a board game to keep your mind off of something with your family or friends, or if it's something that's active, that's even better. Go outside and throw a baseball, kick a soccer ball, shoot some hoops with the basketball, throw a frisbee around, whatever it is that can keep you active and playing. It's not only going to keep you away from eating out of boredom and eating while you're idle, but it's also going to burn calories. It's going to bring a new level of enjoyment to your life. If you're outside, you're going to be soaking in all of that sunlight and vitamin D, so that's going to make you feel better and improve your hormone function, which is great for burning calories and burning fat. So if you can find an activity that you enjoy, whether it's active or maybe it's just to get your mind off of eating and break you out of that routine of eating so often, and those will be guaranteed to help you lose weight. So this habit here is something that may be a little more difficult to integrate in your lifestyle, but honestly is probably going to be one of the most effective habits that you can take on to help you lose weight. So what do I mean when I say eating real food? What is eating real food, and how is that going to help you lose weight? Eating real food is fairly simple. It's just eating lean proteins like pork, fish, chicken, beef, anything that you can think of that would be a lean meat. Beans, lentils, those are great. They're really filling. Vegetables, especially green cruciferous vegetables, and then fruits. So if you can stick to food items that have one ingredient to them. So what do I mean one ingredient versus multiple ingredients? Well, it's fairly simple, because if you look at a package, most things have preservatives, they have things that are difficult to pronounce on them. And I'm not talking about a trail mix, because you can probably identify all the separate components of that trail mix. I'm talking about eating a donut or a pastry or a bag of chips and all the different ingredients that have in there. And those tend to mess with your metabolism, and they'll help you tack on weight and help you gain body fat, and that's what you don't want. So if you can simply focus on eating real foods, lean proteins, healthy fats like olive oil, coconut oil, avocado, green vegetables, fruits, you're going to be well on your way towards losing weight, one of the most effective ways that you can. So if you're eating really clean and really diligently 6 days a week, I recommend that you incorporate either a splurge meal or cheat meal or a splurge day into your diet. And I recommend that for several different reasons. First and foremost, science-wise, there's a metabolic overdrive effect, as I like to call it, when you incorporate a day or a meal that's overloaded in calories. So if you're eating, a time and a half or 2 times your normal calories that you would on your other 6 days of the week, you can actually push your metabolism to burn more calories for up to 5 or 6 days after your splurge day, which is really awesome because one thing you'll see that as you lose weight, your natural resting metabolism is going to begin to lower itself. And that sounds really bad on the face of it, but if you think about it, when you have less weight on your frame and less weight on your body, your body doesn't need to burn as many calories to maintain that lower level of weight that you've come to. So if you were formerly 250 pounds, and let's say that your former resting metabolism was 2,500 calories a day, if we use the rule of 10, and you lose 20 pounds and come down to 230, you'll probably only need about 2,300 to be able to maintain that new lower weight that you've come to. But by incorporating that cheat meal or splurge day into your schedule, you can push your metabolism back into overdrive for the majority of the following week. I would say make sure to eat, I can't stress enough, make sure to eat as clean as possible during those 6 other days of the week. Because if you're eating crappy 6 days a week and then you have a day where you just happen to overload yourself, you are not going to lose weight that way. So focus on rewarding yourself on that cheat day. It'll push your metabolism into overdrive for days afterward, and that splurge meal or that cheat day in itself will help you continue to lose weight and break through your plateaus. I just wanted to say thank you so much and congratulations for finishing this course. I am so thankful that you have decided to make the first steps in working toward your weight loss goals. You are so far ahead of everybody else right now who has been sitting on the couch for weeks, months, years, contemplating getting active or contemplating losing weight. And you have made that choice to go from pre-contemplation to now you are actively participating in taking control of your own life and losing weight and potentially changing your life forever with these simple habits that you're going to be integrating into your lifestyle. I just wanted to say, if you ever need anything at all, this course will be open to your discussion. Please post in the discussion section of this course, or if you don't feel like putting something out in the open, send me a personal message. Ask me any questions that you have. If you have any suggestions for things that you would like to be added to better explain something within this course or that can help you lose weight more effectively, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm always more than happy to help. I myself was almost 50 pounds overweight before health and fitness completely changed my life, and I want to do anything in my power that I can to help you so that it can change yours too. So again, thank you so much and congratulations for finishing this course. Keep your eyes open for updates on it, and please reach out to me if you need anything at all. Thank you.